Hello and welcome to my review on the Commander Goggles V1S. Now, previously what I've been using are these box type goggles, the Eachine EV800Ds. And because of my eyesight, I'm long sighted, which means that I can see far away, but I can't really see anything that's close up like a newspaper and all that. I have to wear reading glasses. So what I always had trouble was flying with was my the image on the screen was slightly blurry. So I had this extender. This is 50mm. I had an extender built for my goggles, which it just elongates, makes the image far away, so my eyes can adjust a little bit better with this Fresno lens that's on there. And these actually work really well. Whoops, these actually work really well, but the problem I have with these now are they're a little bit heavy at the front. So I've got to tighten the straps down quite a bit to tighten it, but there's a lot of pressure on my nose because the weight's all up front. But you know, there's a guy on eBay that makes these things. I think he's from Turkey or somewhere like that, and he'll make them for you any size you want. And I think the maximum is 50mm, which is what this one is. So I wanted something that was going to be a lot easier on my eyes. Although don't get me wrong, these are brilliant goggles. I've been using them all the time up until recently, and I wanted to up my game a little bit and you know, try something different. So I've got Top Sky Prime goggles, and they work well as well, but I wanted something even better than that, because the trouble with them was the resolution is a little bit, you know, it's not that pin sharp, but for flying around and all that, it's fine, you know. But I thought I'd go one step further and get like proper type goggles like the Fat Sharks and all that. But I mean, I'm not paying Fat Shark prices, if you know what I mean. So I got these, and I'm really glad I did. So these are modular 3D FPV goggles, and what you get in the packet is you get the zipper case, you get a spare face plate, which is a thick one, you get a thick and thin one, and I think the one that comes on this is thin. You get a patch antenna and a cloverleaf antenna, AV cable, power extension lead and filter adapter, a data cable for Futaba, and a manual. The specs on this is field of view is 32 diagonal, 59 to 69 IPD range adjustable, a WVGA 854 to 480 display. You get a support slide, side to side 3D, internal diversity RF, one key auto search function. This is because this is a 1S, it's a 64 channel, adjustable brightness and voltage display, DVR playback, DC from 6 to 17 volt, 2S, 3S, 4S power thing, internal analog DVR, power NTSC, auto selection, high definition multimedia interface, 720p support. Well, it's not HD, but you know. And also you can buy a head tracker for it as well that you can plug into PlayStation, but that's available separately. So what do you get in the box then? Well, you get a really nice carrying case. You get your instructions as well. half it's written in English, which is on this side. You get everything you need to get you started. Although if you already own a pair of box goggles or any type of goggles, you'll know what to do anyway. And then if you flip it over, it's all Chinese the other side. So it's all, you know. Oh, you get stickers with it as well. If you're into all that sort of thing, you get your Aomway or Aomway stickers there, so you can stick that on or whatever. Alright, so let's open it up and see what you get. As I said, the case is really nice. Right, you get your AV cables and all that sort of thing. It does 3D as well. So you get your cables there if you're into all that sort of thing. Personally, I don't bother playbacking on them. I just take the SD card out, put them into a tablet or a computer and watch all the stuff there. You get what's that? That's a right hand polarized antenna, and then clover leaf, which is quite good, and then you get a panel antenna. Then you get your faceplate there. That's the thick one. You get that with it as well, which I didn't actually need. And then you get the goggles themselves, and they're really small. They're like in length and width wise, they're really small. There's your screens in there. Now I'm not going to bother switching this on because this camera is not going to it's not really going to pick it up well. But what it is you got 16 by 9 or 14 by 3. You have actually got a menu on there which you can change the display depending on how you fly. It doesn't say anything anywhere else about it, but it does support both flight modes. I know because I've tried it. It also supports 3D as well, because the screen goes all fuzzy, but I don't know, you'd have to have a 3D camera on your quad, I assume, I don't know, in order to get that image up. Now you get this, you can use a Fat Shark type of connector on here and change the battery options if you want, but I've gone for the standard one that you get with it, which is this. So it plugs in, and then what you do is you can put a 2S, 3S or 4S battery in now. That's your 2, 3 and 4, and it will just run off that on the back of the strap. Now all I've done on here, this disconnects, because that's your power lead that goes in there. And what I did was I just put a little bit of you got 2 exposed wires on there, and what I did was I put a bit of heat shrink on there just to stop them getting twisted, because it looked like a bit of a weak point there, and after a while twisting it could disconnect. So as a safety precaution, I just put a little bit of heat shrink on there just to protect it in the long run. You might not even need to do that, but I did it because I just wanted it to be extra sure. Right, so the goggles themselves, you got your fan there, you got your connector there to plug into your PlayStation if you want to do all that sort of thing. You got your HT port there, you got your the hole there if you want to connect anything else into it. The supplied wiring and all that. You got your IPDs there. That's how I have to set it up. That's good for what it does for me. The nose bit's okay for me. No problems at all. It's so light you don't notice any of it on there. You got your dual diversity there for your aerials, and then you got your fan. Now the fan won't come on until you press that button, and what happens is it comes on at 10-minute intervals. So it'll come on and it'll stay on for 10 minutes, and then it'll switch itself off. And then if it starts misting up again, you have to repress it, and it'll run for another 10-minute cycle. You've got the DVR menu button there, which is pretty standard, same as most DVR menus. You press it long play. You press it down to record. The longer you press it down, you can go into the DVR menus and all that. And then to navigate, what you do is, this is actually a 4-way switch. So you go sideways, up, down, and center point. Same with your mode switch there. It's the same thing. It's a long press, short press, and then you go up, down, left and right to navigate through all that. You've got your channel and band selector there. That'll go through all the channels and bands and all that, and again, like, you know, auto search everything. You got your headphone jack socket there, because you can turn the volume up and down. And then you've got your SD card, which goes there. Now the SD card has to go in with the you know, with the front of it, with the all the writing on it. It has to face outwards, okay, and it doesn't go all the way in. So you put it in like that, and you just press it down, and it's got like a little spring in there which keeps it in place, but the SD card still sticks up a little bit. That's normal. On some of my goggles, they go right in, like with this one here. See, it goes right in, but on these it don't. It sort of sticks out, so it's just designed so that it can pick it up a lot easier. Now, as I said, I'm long-sighted, so I was going to buy the diopters for this, which you can get. You can get I think it's a -2 and a -4, but if you get the Fat Sharks one, you can go all the way to -6. But I didn't need these. I put these on and they were perfect, just as they are. I'll get good image on it. I don't have to do any adjustments on the straps or anything like that. You do get this top strap with it, but you can take it off. You've got an option there that there's a bit of Velcro. You can just undo it, and it will just come out, and you just got your 2 standard straps that go around your head. But I left this on there because it gives a bit of extra support on the top, but you don't need it. These are so light and so small that you know, you don't really need it. The only thing is, these are a fingerprint magnet. This plastic here, the faceplate, it all as soon as you touch it, it just leaves your fingerprints all over it. To change the padding on there, it's just got Velcro on there. You just like tear it off and then put another one on there. These are available online anyway, so you know, after a while when it builds up with bacteria and sweat and everything, you just change it. I've got another one in there anyway, which you get with it, so that should last you at least a few years. But these are brilliant. The image is really crystal clear in here. They work brilliant. They're perfect for my eyes. So yeah, I mean, at the moment, price wise, these were, I think these were over £200, and they dropped to 170, and I actually got these for £142. So that, but I had some Banggood points as well, so that's where I got it from. And yeah, I got them within a week. So yeah, that's the Aomway Commander V1S. Brilliant goggles, especially if you're progressing from a starter and you want to sort of up your game a little bit, and you want to go more into the sort of freestyle, clearer image kind of flying about, which is where I am at the moment. and you want something that you can carry. You don't have to carry something as bulky as this in a big box, you know. I mean, look at the size difference, you know what I mean? Like this just about lines up with the monitor part, let alone all this. But it's the comfort, really, or something like this, that's really good, you know. There's no, because it's so light, there's no pressure on your face or on your nose. This one here, funny enough, is the only one that I've got which don't leak any light. It's almost perfect. There's no light leakage, but I can't vouch that for everyone because everyone's face is different. But not that you really notice light leakage anyway, because I'm so concentrated on the image. I don't notice any light leakages on any of mine really. But yeah, perfect if you're long-sighted. If you're short-sighted, then something like this would be more beneficial, you know, but without the extender, of course, because I'm long-sighted. I had to have the extender on it, but I was getting a bit fed up with it, like carrying everything that's that these things demand, and you know, it just takes up more room, more weight, more discomfort on your face and everything. But yeah, for prolonged use, this is much better. And as you progress with the hobby anyway, you'll find yourself, you're going to be changing these to these type anyway. And once you do, you'll never go back to box goggles, you know. I mean, I was a box goggle flyer for, you know, for a whole year, and I had nothing bad to say about them. I've even got backup ones, but until I tried these type, you know, that's it. I've been converted, and I thought I'd never say that. But yeah, that's the Aomway Commander V1S. Brilliant pair of budget goggles. It's got excellent screen. I mean, this one's got an excellent screen as well, but you know, I wanted it. I wanted a proper pair of goggles with the same kind of setup. These are okay, these antennas as well, but obviously if you're using a linear camera on a quad, you really want to get a Bandicoot patch linear antenna, and you could have this on the other side, and you know, you'll get, or a dipole area or whatever, and you'll get a better reception. I'll be doing some videos with this in use, because the last set I had, which was my Top Sky Prime, I had a lot of trouble with them, thinking that it was the diversity receivers that weren't quite up to the job, but it turned out to be an SD card problem on there. It just messed up my whole signal. I don't know how it done that, but it did, and it was a good SD card as well. It was quite a top branded one. I put a cheap one in there, and it's now perfect. But I already bought these while while I sorted the other ones out, so I'll probably be using these now. But anyway, that's it. That's my review on these goggles. You know, as I said, you'll all, if you haven't got fat shark money, and you want something that's, you know, almost as good, then these are your babies. You know, it's got the fan on there, which I found I could have used on the other one if it had it on there. You know, with the old screens misting up, especially like this time of year in the winter, where it's, you know, you get a lot of dew in the morning and that. Something that's nice and light and comfortable on your face, and it's got all the diversity that you need, and you know, records and everything. These really are, you know, the bee's knees. Right, well that's it then. That's my video on the Commander V1S. Get them while they're cheap, basically, because you'll be kicking yourself when the prices go back up. As I said, like, if you're moving up into the new sport and everything, and you want something that'll gives a slightly better image than what you're used to, then it's now time to make that change, because once you've made that change you won't go back to the old equipment you were using. It's a lot easier to carry, it's a lot easier on your face. It's a win-win situation, and they are really good goggles. They're as good, if not better, than the box goggles I've been using, image wise. Excellent. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Anyway, any questions, just leave a comment below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Any problems or anything like that, or anything you want to ask me about any of my other videos, again, just leave a comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys and girls. I'll catch you in the next video.